In today's video, let's take a look at Wealthsimple. Welcome to Financial Brew. My name is Candace. I will be your guide as we take one more trip into the financial verse. Although in today's episodes, we might actually call it the Wealthsimple verse because Wealthsimple, they're more than just a single horse, that's for sure. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about Wealthsimple. We're going to talk about a lot of the different products that they have. We're going to then sort of narrow it all down to the one that we, as retail investors, will focus on the most. Of course, that one is the Wealthsimple Trade. In addition to Wealthsimple Trade, they've also got Wealthsimple Invest. There's also Wealthsimple Cash. We've also got Wealthsimple Crypto. And last but not least, we have Wealthsimple Tax. There are other products that Wealthsimple has. Example is Wealthsimple for Advisors. They also have a Wealthsimple for Work. And both of those are not really available for retail investors, so we're not going to cover them other than just to let you know they exist. So let's talk a tiny bit about Wealthsimple, a little bit about their history. So they were founded back in September of 2014. So they've been around for quite a while. When they actually formed, the whole idea was to create a financial environment outside of a bank that was geared towards millennials. So that's that big millennial focus that a lot of these companies like Wealthsimple and Robinhood, of course, in the States have. Now, they have grown to over $8.4 billion in assets, which is just amazing in the amount of time that they've been around. And honestly, that figure actually comes from last spring. So the number is probably a little bit higher now. And I know they've had a lot of major investments in them. One company that we will occasionally touch on in the future is PowerCore. Now, the PowerCore of Canada, they actually are the majority stakeholder in Wealthsimple, so they have really good backing behind them. So it's a company that is basically not going to fail in any way, shape, or form. So I feel very confident putting my investments through Wealthsimple. Okay, so I did mention the different products. We're going to leave trade for last because that's the one that we're going to really talk about today. So let's actually start with Wealthsimple Invest. So Wealthsimple Invest, it's your basic robo-investor advisor investing. So it's basically, you would come in, you would select your level of risk. So if you want risky investing, or if you're looking for moderate, or if you're looking for very safe investing, then the algorithms will choose the stocks for you. And you will basically set up an investing schedule. So for example, you may say, okay, well, every 2 weeks, I'm going to give you $100 and let the robot do its thing. Now, they are interesting too in that they do have some access to live advisors. However, it is pricier, and you're not looking at all of the benefits that you're going to see when we come to Wealthsimple Trade later on. And it makes sense because you know what? This extra stuff costs a lot more, and that's why you're going to be paying a little bit more when you're dealing with Wealthsimple Invest. However, they do have Roundup, and I think Roundup is awesome. I'd love to see Wealthsimple Trade get it. Basically, what Roundup is you set it up so that any spare change you have left over from a purchase. So let's say you could set Roundup to round everything off to the nearest $5. So if you bought something for $5.50, then $4.50 of that purchase would then head into your Wealthsimple Invest, which would then, your robo-advisors would, of course, invest that for you. So I think that's a fantastic feature. But that's your Wealthsimple Invest. Definitely a great product for those who don't want to have to watch the charts themselves, who just want to let it all happen behind the scenes for them. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is Wealthsimple Cash. Now with Wealthsimple Cash, it's a no-fee peer-to-peer cash transfer. They do have a card available. The card, it works just like a debit card. They also have a lot of great deals. Every weekend, for example, they tend to have a 5% cash back on all the things you spend. So it's not on all the things. I believe the weekend one, it's more or less restaurants and food and things like that. So if you're a person who likes to go out and do your thing on the weekend, that bonus may be really good for you. And I'm also looking into this card as well because I'm trying to eventually move away from traditional banking. And if this one works just as well as a Visa debit card, I'm definitely going to sign up and I will definitely use it. And it may free me from the service charges from the traditional banks. So pretty excited about that. Now, let's talk a little bit about Wealthsimple Crypto. Well, the best part about Wealthsimple Crypto, gosh, their name can be a little bit of a tongue twister, but that's okay. The best part about them is just the amount of coins they have. They keep adding new coins. Initially, when I first signed up with Wealthsimple, they had simply Bitcoin and Ethereum. And now they've got everything from Solana, Polkadot, Mana. They just have an insane number. The last time I counted, there was about 27. And I think they've added a couple more in the last few days. So it's probably higher now. So that's a huge thing. I love that about them. It's also insanely easy to swap. So if you're looking to do a little bit of crypto swing trading, that's the place to go because you can move your coins very, very quickly from one to one. It's so easy to use. It's ridiculous. However, Wealthsimple Crypto has one issue, and that's the issue right now with transferring. So right now, all of the coins on Wealthsimple Crypto, you don't own the keys for them. They're owned by Wealthsimple. As a result, you can't actually transfer any of them off of Wealthsimple to, for example, another exchange or a hardware wallet if you have one. Good news is that is about to change. They are looking at bringing transfers in. Right now, there is a beta. And on that beta, transfers for Ethereum and Bitcoin are available. Obviously, that will expand to other coins in the future. So when that happens, Wealthsimple Crypto will be my onboarding, especially for Polkadot. Like right now, when I purchase Polkadot, I basically bring my money on board at ShakePay. Then from ShakePay, I convert it to Bitcoin. I then transfer it all the way over to Kraken. And Kraken, I buy my dot, so my Polkadot, and then I'll transfer that from there to my to where I hold my Polkadot in my Polkadot.js. So that's a lot of extra work. Once I can do that from Wealthsimple Crypto, it will be very easy, and I will be looking forward to it. So another great product by Wealthsimple. Now let's talk about Wealthsimple Tax. This is a new service they just brought out this year. They initially, Wealthsimple Tax used to be Simple Tax, but then Wealthsimple brought them over. It kind of makes sense for them because, for one, they can provide full tax services for, their clients. And especially where a lot of people, if you're doing a lot of investing, a lot of the tax information you're going to need for your taxes is in Wealthsimple. So Wealthsimple Tax can certainly pull that information right from them. So that's pretty awesome if you ask me. They're a solid fit for their services. So Wealthsimple Tax, I highly recommend them. I actually used them last year, and I don't know if this is for every year. Basically, the charge for using them was whatever you wanted it to be. If you wanted to pay nothing, you could pay nothing. If you wanted to, give them $10, $20, you could give them $10 or $20. It's an insanely great deal. So that's Wealthsimple Tax. I'll probably be using them again when tax season rolls around this year, and it's going to be much more complicated. Okay, let's get to the main event, Wealthsimple Trade. So, of course, the best thing about Wealthsimple Trade is it's do-it-yourself investments. It's giving the retail investor, a chance to get in there and look at the different stocks and look at the different investing strategies, the things that we've been talking about on this channel, and the things that we're going to talk about even further on this channel. That's what this all does. It pulls it all together. It gives you the opportunity to take control of your own money and to grow it. That's fantastic. Now, they offer personal, TFSA, and RRSP accounts. So those are the 3 different accounts. And we're going to be breaking those all down in future videos so that you'll know all about them and know exactly what the ins and outs of a TFSA are or an RRSP. or that personal. Now, one thing I will point out though right now is that when you use the referral code and they send you the money for the stocks, because you do get 2 free stocks, what ends up happening is they can't deposit. They'll give you the money for the value of those stocks, but they can't deposit it in your TFSA or your RRSP. So when you first sign up, drop your $100 in the personal, and they'll give you your money in your personal, and then you can move it once you have it into your TFSA or your RRSP. And I'll explain why either of those is a really good idea when we get to that point, and we will pretty soon. Now, of course, the commission-free trading is fantastic. It's the reason Wealthsimple is a lot of Canadians' favorite broker, because you could be moving around your portfolio without having to pay $5 every time, you buy or sell. And it also allows you to put smaller amounts in. Like if you're very fresh, nickel and diming is amazing. In my links below, there's a link for the high rye community. That's their motto: nickel and diming their way into good investments, and it really does work. Just whatever you can spare, throw it in and watch it grow over time. It's just amazing. The other really neat thing about Wealthsimple Trade that I absolutely love is the fractional shares. So a lot of these big companies, they're really, really expensive. And if you're a brand new investor, you probably don't have, you may not have $1,000 or more to just throw on some of the bigger stocks. Well, Wealthsimple Trade has basically introduced fractional shares. So, if you've only got $1, but you want $1 of Apple, you can get $1 of Apple. It's amazing. It's a really good thing, and it does allow you to sort of throw your extra change into some of these bigger companies, and before you know it, you're going to all of a sudden look one day and say, oh my gosh, I have a full share of Apple, or I have a full share of Tesla, or I have a full share of Shopify. And that's like amazing. It's definitely a huge advantage. And one of the things that I will do is when I finish buying the shares I have, there's always leftover, change, because it's not going to work in evenly. So if I got $2 or $3 left over, I throw that, in one of my accounts I have Apple that I've been building up, so I throw that into Apple. In the other account I've been doing it with TD. So I have TD in my RRSP and I have Apple in my TFSA. Those are my 2 big fractional shares for now that I'm building them up and just letting them grow. So it's fantastic, the fractional shares. You've also, of course, have access to things like watch lists. Watch lists are great because you can add stocks to your watch list without buying them and sort of pay attention and look at them and study how they're going. And, sometimes it's because you're not 100% certain whether or not you're ready to jump in on that stock, and that's okay. But by watching them, sometimes you can see, oh gosh, that stock just took a huge dip. They're worth so much more than that. Maybe I should jump in now. So that's kind of the neat idea of a watch list. They're fantastic, and they definitely have them over on Wealthsimple Trade. They also have premium features. So with Wealthsimple Trade, it is absolutely free. There's no charges, but they do have a premium where if you want to pay $3 a month, they'll let you deposit your money faster. So right now, if you are just a free member, they'll let you deposit up to, I believe it's $300. And at that, if you have more than $300, then you have to wait 3 business days for it to clear through the bank and go through, the company that they use to process their money. But if you're a premium member, then it's right now they have it at 5,000, but I think it's going back down to 1,000. But it's still a really great deal. In addition to that, premium members also can see up-to-date immediate stock prices, because normally the free members, they have about a 15-minute delay on their stock prices. And a lot of you take even National, for example, which is one of the banks. They're also commission-free, so I won't not point that out. They also have a 15-minute wait time. And sometimes it's kind of annoying to have to go to go over to Yahoo Finance to see exactly where it is. So if you're looking to make some faster moves, premium may definitely be a service that you're looking for. They are definitely love Wealthsimple. Now, the other thing is they have an awesome referral program. So their current promotion right now, it's 2 free stocks with a referral code. Now, the person who refers them, in this case, if you're using my referral code, which is down below, that would be me. I would actually get some free stocks as well. So I just want to be very transparent with that. But I do recommend, if you don't have Wealthsimple, whatever you're doing, stop it right now. Go grab it. Use my referral code down below, because when we get a little bit deeper into Wealthsimple, because I do want to really actually show you the interface and really go through a lot of that as well to make it a lot more easier for people to sort of get around with it, then it would be awesome if you already have it and you're all set up and ready to go. So also with that referral code down below, you get in, you put your $100 into your personal, you'll get your 2 free stocks in the form of money, and that there is awesome. Now, of course, also down below, while you're there, is that like button. If you liked today's video, well, definitely click on that. I would also ask you to click on subscribe. That way there, you'll know when I'm posting new videos. And if you want to know exactly when I'm posting new videos, then hit the notification bell and they'll send you an email to let you know that, there's a new video up. Normally I try to get videos out though every Tuesday and Friday. That's not my schedule yet entirely, but for now it is. So we're going to go with that. I definitely like the 2 videos a week format that I currently have. Well, we've now reached that time that we're at the end of the road for this video. So thank you once again for dropping on by, and drop in next time and I will once again guide you a little bit deeper into the financial verse. Take care.